Hi everyone, and welcome to Module 3 of our Weight Loss SmackDown Intensive. You are the very best thing that you can build up and invest in, and I want to say to you right now that I'm so unbelievably proud of each of you for investing this time and energy into yourselves. In doing personal growth and personal expansion activities like this SmackDown Intensive, you're taking action to actually create a new life experience for yourself and for your loved ones. You're not putting a band-aid on a problem, but actually going to the core cause of the issue. And I want you to realize that this is rare. People very seldom do it, and yet it is very desired if you want to reach your goals. You brought this in. You are doing the work. You are amazing, and you are in the top 10% of the top 10%. You are at least at the top of the game, and I know that you are going to be in absolute awe at how powerful the work is that we're going to accomplish here in Module 3. It's life-changing stuff. In week 1, our clean eating module, we looked at many different ways that we could possibly make changes, how we felt about the possible changes, and some of the practices that we could immediately begin to incorporate and start a forward flow and positive change in our life. Last week in our Tapping the Triggers module, we learned that EFT, also known as tapping, which is a true powerhouse modality that many people use to deal with stress, negative emotions, and physical illness, is amazing if you actually do the work. Now today, we are raising that bar and kicking things up a couple notches. Becoming your own healer, your own source of information, your own source of answers and directions, and definitely your own advocate and action taker is a right and gift that each of us are born with and have the ability to do. You are literally your own healer. No one knows your own inner man, which is your thoughts, your emotions, your judgments, and your stresses like you do. You also really only know your outer man, yourself, which is your physical body and the things that you see and the things that other people perceive. And I believe that we need to come to know ourselves and to take a reality check about who we really are and the life that we really are walking out. Many times we're telling ourselves stories or making justifications about the life we're living, the actions we're taking or not taking, or the way that we're caring for ourselves or conversely not caring for ourselves. We need to take 100% responsibility for who we are and for the actions we take, and not just accept the status quo of how things are or how things have always been. If you don't know where you are, if you're in denial about what is really going on, and you don't set a target of where you want to go or are called to go and need to be, then you will continue to get what you have been getting. You cannot achieve a shift in direction if you cannot even pinpoint accurately where you even are or where you want to go. Once we take serious account and begin dealing with the reality of where we are, then we begin to center down and start taking conscious, intention-inspired action on a consistent basis to keep both our inner selves, again, which are our thoughts, our emotions, our judgments, our stresses, and our outer self, which again is our physical health through high vibrational foods, exercise, sleep, fresh air, those kind of things. When we're working to keep our inner and outer selves clean, we each can become our own awe-inspiring guru. There's nobody that's going to know you like you. We no longer then would need to seek out others to give us information about ourselves or to initiate healing or problem solving within our inner being. We're able to give that love and that ministry directly to ourselves. Now, we may need to go to learn tools, but we would then have the guidance and know exactly what we need instead of blindly trying to put our feelers out just to see what's hit or miss. The powerful process that we will be working on in this workshop is called energetic reconciliation. And I'm telling you, I did not come up with this method on my own, as this has been around in some form or another, known by some name or another for literally centuries. This beautiful and massively empowering energetic self-healing method has origins not only as an ancient Hawaiian practice, and the name of this in the ancient Hawaiian practice is called Ho'oponopono, but also there are several islands in the South Pacific, Tahiti, New Zealand, that they have found very, very records dating way back of people using this. And I have a thing about words and their meanings, and I love that this process is literally translated to mean to put right. And how many of us are here because we need to put something right? That there's something that is out of place or out of alignment, and so we're here to put it right. And so I love just the groundedness and the significance of, you know, the translation of the name is to put right. It just speaks into my soul. And it's so cool because traditionally this practice was reserved to only be performed by priests or by elders. And it was only performed as a ritual, beginning with a group of people. But when we take our own healing and energetic well-being as 100% of our own personal responsibility, the sacredness and the power that comes from this reconciliation process has the power to totally transform your inner and your outer life. You are your own healer, your own guru, so to speak, your own intermediary between your conscious choices about your body and mind and the thoughts you think, and your subconscious or even unconscious choices that you make about your body and your mental and emotional states. The goal of this energetic reconciliation process is to put right all that bounces around between our memories and the vibrations that are held in our bodies from them. The part of our minds that make the conscious decision, like to binge on the chocolate in the middle of the night, or to choose busyness and numbing out over self-care, or the choice to do what a friend or relative wants us to do rather than what we know we are being called to do, and our higher intuition or soul calling. This process of forgiveness and reconciliation aims to correct, restore, and maintain a good relationship between all the parts of you, as well as the relationships with the people around you, and really even the entire world around you. Every aspect of your life can be touched and see results from this simple but powerful and I do have to admit, oftentimes even tedious and intense energy healing method. This includes our health, our finances, career, happiness, fitness, relationships, and family. And because it touches all of those areas and more, it strongly, strongly supports our spiritual growth and our very peace of mind. You have to let go of the patterns, templates, and thought processes that aren't serving you well and that keep you running mental and emotional loops in order for you to expand and go forward on your journey. Emotional suffering is found in the holding on to the past patterns that we have and not allowing free healing flows through the body and the mind. Our energy becomes really stagnant, our life stalls, abundance is fleeting at best, and we tend to stay in a state of lack instead of joy and peace and having powerful life experiences. I don't want that for you. I want you free. I want you empowered. I want you fully walking out your calling and living the best life that you can. And all of that starts with what's going on inside. So, what is energetic reconciliation? It is taking 100% responsibility for our own thoughts and emotional suffering or how we're stuck, and make amends with ourselves and others, thereby setting ourselves free. It is, in essence, a process of repentance, forgiveness, and restoration. We clean toxic memories that replay in our minds and trigger our emotional bodies, taking us back to a state of pure form, experiencing perfect relationships, perfect ideas, and perfect sources of abundance. We can transmute painful or triggering memories to zero by connecting to our subconscious triggers of those memories and circumstances that we've already experienced. When we do that, we become free and inspired to move throughout our day and our life with purpose and clarity. This process can be used with any situation or problem, not only around weight loss, the relationships with our bodies, and our own weight as it is now, but about anything that has happened in our past or is happening in our present and produces only positive results. You can decide by your own choice if each day you're going to live by burden and suffering, or you can decide to do the work now and to throw off all of those chains that seem to bind us in the form of unconscious, self-destructive, and self-sabotage habits and be free to be you. Now, how does energetic reconciliation work? In this process, you're looking for the memories that locked in a vibration and that caused, and indeed really even presently today, lock you into a cycle of causing a separation of your conscious decisions and unconscious decisions or unconscious self. Your conscious self, remember, in simple terms, are basically the choices that you make that you know you are making. You are conscious that you're doing what you're doing and why you're doing it. An example with this would be that you're feeling lonely because it's been a while since you've connected with your close friends or family, so you choose to go for a walk outdoors to breathe in the fresh air and rejuvenate yourself instead of by watching TV, numbing out on Facebook or YouTube, or grazing on crackers all evening. Now, your unconscious self is those actions and responses that you have that you don't even realize that you have, like you coming home and sitting down in your chair and losing 4 hours of your whole evening surfing the internet, which leaves you feeling physically drained and like your life is a very, very unhappy one, all the while not connecting to the fact that you were looking for a way to numb out because you're lonely because you haven't connected with anyone deeply in a while. Two types of actions, conscious and unconscious. One we are aware of and make choices based on that awareness, and the other we simply go through the motions, never looking at what or who is actually driving that bus. When you release the vibrational resonance of these memories that are held in the body and the mind, you allow a release from the past so that you're not harnessed to the past anymore, falling victim to relive those emotions and those triggers and those patterns over and over again, and thereby reliving the same unconscious self-sabotaging choices and templates and patterns around our bodies anymore. You want to release those. The relationship between the conscious and the subconscious or unconscious mind is absolutely critical to your inner peace and personal expansion. It's just like building a relationship with a child. If you're accusing or rough, ignoring or attacking of a child, they will withdraw and will not be readily available to connect and participate with you. If you're loving and understanding and gentle with the child won't be afraid to talk to you or participate in life activities with you. And you're like that too. It is necessary to be kind to yourself on the inside as well as on the outside. Beating yourself up and berating yourself or even treating yourself poorly on the outside is not a way to garner a deeply peaceful relationship within yourself. So while we're clearing out and cleaning out old vibrations held in the body and mind, we also need to be mindful that we are actively repairing and in some cases actually building a relationship between our conscious and unconscious mind. And it is really an amazingly beautiful thing. I want to talk to you for a moment about what role memories play in the emotional suffering that we experience right now and how we seem to get stuck and can't move forward. We can know that we have memories replaying when we are stuck in overactive thinking or blame. Depression, negative thinking, blaming others, a poverty mentality, or the focus on what you don't have, resentment, or extreme irritation at others are vibrational frequencies tied into what we call memories, still resonant in the body. Our memories are constant companions of the subconscious mind, which is the part of us that if we don't pay attention to, we don't even realize is there. Memories never leave, they never take a break or go on vacation, they never ever stop their incessant replaying. Listen, to be done with memories, or more accurately, the vibrational resonance or even residue, so to speak, that a situation or a circumstance that our bodies are holding, and to release their hold on us once and for all, they must be cleaned to nothing and then fully released. It doesn't have to be where we're constantly reacting and being triggered by the things that have happened to us in the past. We can be 100% every single minute in alignment with who we're created to be, flowing through life in a state of divine inspiration and creativity if we are able to connect 100% to our inner self. And I mean to who we really are, to the us that we're made and called to be, not to who we're told we are, or as a response maybe even to the experience that we've had in the past. In order to experience the fullness of walking in our authentic self-identity, it requires the incessant, non-stop cleaning and cleansing of memories. So the conscious mind can choose. You can choose. Initiate incessant, constant, minute by minute and second by second cleansing of what is happening to you every single day, or you can allow memories to replay problems that trigger in your body incessantly, which cause many problems, not to mention the least of being weight gain, weight retention, self-sabotage, the need to zone out or numb out, and depression and lack of motivation here. So who is in charge? You decide. Divine inspiration and aligned life flow, or memories and past vibrations that are still held in the body. The choice is in the hands of your conscious mind, and today we're going to work at making that connection and helping you be empowered to make those choices that keep you moving forward and feeling free and reaching all of your goals.